Hello everybody, it is Julie. Welcome back to Pages and Pens. Today I am here with my December wrap-up. Let's jump right into it. So today is actually December 29th, I think it is. It's the 30th, and I am not currently in the middle of reading anything. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. I'm in the middle of reading After the Woods, Here to Stay, and I have also started To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. I'm not going to finish any of those things today, tomorrow. I'm just too busy. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and wrap up all the things that I did read in December, because November I read two things. I actually put them into the end of my vlog for my NaNoWriMo. It was a novella, and what was it? It was The Call by Peter O'Gillen, and then The Monster of Ellenhaven, which was a reread, which is a novella. They were very tiny. But this month, I actually read some things that I want to talk to you about. So first up was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This is the gorgeous, what one is this? Beautiful. I want to say it's Forbidden Planet. I also have the Waterstones. It's signed, it's gorgeous, it's annotated. I loved this book. I gave it 4 stars, I think. Did I give it 4 stars or 5 stars? It was 4 stars. It was really, really good, but it wasn't perfect for me. I do think that there were parts of the backstory, timeline-y stuff that like wasn't as applicable, that I think could have, it felt a little bit long. There was parts of it that I didn't love, parts of it I really, really, really loved. 4-star read, fantastic, amazing, glad I have it. Glad I have 2 versions of it. I mean, they're both beautiful. The King of Elfhame, which is short stories from Cardan's POV, from the Holly Black Cruel Prince Folk of the Air series. Loved this, annotated this. I gave this 5 stars, and I do have the Fairy Loot Gorgeous Edition, but this is the one that stays up on my shelves because it matches the rest of the ones that I have. I read Don't Call Us Dead by Danez Smith, which was stunning. I tabbed this. I loved it. It is a poetry collection. It is nonfiction. It is about being Black, about being queer, about HIV, and it was very impactful, amazing. I don't usually rate nonfiction, but this was a 5-star read. I read a couple of arcs that I had. One was prior to release date, one was after release date. So I read Written in the Stars, and that was a sapphic romance, dislike to love, fake dating, very cute, loved it a lot, 5-starred that one. Did I 5-star that? I did 5-star that one. And then I also read Casey McQuiston's arc, which I think comes out in June, For One Last Stop. 5-starred that one as well. Another sapphic relationship. That one had some paranormal-y aspects to it. Flippin' amazing. Loved it. Oh my god, guys. I read Fredrik Backman's Things My Son Needs to Know About the World. This is just a collection of little letters and short stories that Fredrik Backman wrote for his son while his son was young. I laughed so much. I cried. It was amazing. It was so cute. My sister and her husband are expecting their first baby. It's my youngest sister, and it is a little boy. So I did get this for my brother-in-law for Christmas so that he can read this. I just think it's so sweet, and I loved it. I love Bachman, so I'm not surprised that I loved that. And then I read The Deal of a Lifetime by Fredrik Backman. This is a short story that was an article he wrote in a local newspaper that he then published in book form. There are some illustrations in here. The margins are pretty large, so it's not a ton of writing. It's a very, very quick read. I read this in one night, and I hysterically cried at the end of this. I mean, when I tell you that I sobbed uncontrollably, like the hiccuping, can't breathe, my soul hurts sobbing. Like I put it down and I was so like emotionally touched, but then also angry that like, why am I trying to be a writer feeling that I get every time I read a Bachman. Like this did that in a very short amount of time, but there are content warnings for this one. This one comes with loss of a child, loss of a parent, loss of a sibling, cancer. This is, it was tough, but it was beautiful. And it is like a Christmassy seasonal thing. But what I will say is that with the reading of the 2 of these, that rounds out to 7 Bachman books that I read this year. And I've officially read all of his published works. I've read everything he's written now. So I've officially wrapped up the year with every single Bachman book. And they were both 5-star reads. Who's surprised? Not me. Then I got back into diamond painting a little bit because I was not writing as much. I'm editing, but I'm not writing as much. So I was able to read 2 audiobooks. 7 Black Diamonds by Melissa Marr, who's the author of the Wicked Lovely Fae series that I love, as well as One Blood Ruby. This is the first and second book. I don't know if there's more in this series. It may just be a duology, but I got these, I want to say maybe on Book Outlet a really long time ago because I love Melissa Marr. These are both Fae stories. They are so tropey and like typical YA fantasy, and I loved them. I gave them 3 stars because they're not great. They're not standouts. There's nothing particularly crazy or special about them, but I really enjoyed the reading experience. It was fun, quick audiobooks. Like I said, I just enjoyed myself. So 3 stars, perfectly fine YA fantasy. They're a little bit older. They are very tropey, but they are diverse in both race and queerness, and they were fun. I enjoyed them. If you like Melissa Marr, if you like the Wicked Lovely series, this also follows Fae, but it's a little bit more contemporary fantasy, like Our World and Fairy. I liked it, but I'm not going to keep these. I think I'm going to unhaul these. Again, I listened to them on Hoopla, so they are free. If you have Hoopla, you can listen to them, and I just don't think I need to reread them or keep them. I don't have the same nostalgia for those books as I do for the Wicked Lovely series, so I don't think I need to keep them. So that brings me to my stats, which is 9 books read for the entire month, a total of 2,674 pages. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue was a tome, so that was 552 pages. One Last Stop was actually very long. That was 442 pages. I had a good reading month. 9 books, some favorites, some books that I really, really loved. I had 6 5-star reads this month. Really good fantasy. Like, this was a 4-star, probably leaning towards 5-star, but there was just parts of it that I didn't think needed to be there. And then some really fun older YA back titles that I now can say I read, which was my goal, was to reorganize my shelves so I could see all of my books and then say, hey, I read these, I enjoyed them, but do I need them on my shelves? Nope. Okay. Unhaul. But the rest of these are staying. I consider that a win. Fantastic reading month. That rounds out my 2020. I will have a stats video for 2020, but I want to go over through all my spreadsheets and make sure that I didn't miss anything. On the off chance I finish something today or tomorrow, which is not going to happen, I want to be able to add that in there. But that's going to be it for this video. That was my December reading. It's been a long time since I filmed a wrap-up because it's been a long time since I've needed to film a wrap-up. I haven't read enough to actually have a dedicated wrap-up in a very long time. I will probably not have TBRs in 2021 just because I am mood reading the heck out of my shelves, but I will still have wrap-ups. This one is, again, not a vlog style wrap-up. It's been a long time since I've done one of these where I've sat down and had to remember everything about a book. These were all such standouts that I think, I think I'm good. I remembered most of what I needed to say. So that was my reading in December. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Bye, guys.